Hey everybody, welcome back to the week 3 recap of the Iron Force Strength Training Program. I'm going to give you a little rundown into what the week looked like, my thoughts, my experiences, and then we have a couple products I was going to just share that I've been using lately and thought I'd give a shout out to a couple companies that I've been working with. So let's see, this week was the start of a 5x3 week, so week 1 and 2 was 5x5 essentially, and then this week is a 5x3 week, so Monday was a 5x3 back squat, 5x3 sumo deadlift. Those are two separate sets, 75 seconds rest between each set. Squats were good. Started out at 315, ran 315 to the first 3 sets, and then finished at 325. It was rough. It was brutal. Sets of 3 for me are always probably the hardest because, 5, it's a little bit lighter, so you can kind of eke it out. 3 is getting to the point where it's just super heavy, and a lot of times on rep 3, on almost each set, you're kind of grinding it out. So you got 5 sets of grinding out a rep. And then we followed up by a good morning 3x8. I really like adding the weighted good mornings into my workouts, so I hadn't been doing that. And then I started it a couple weeks ago with this program, and I'm going to continue to use those. Those have actually helped quite a bit. I've noticed some big strength improvements in my lower back in 2 weeks. I think it's just from, relearning how to fire a lot of the stabilizer muscles. And I think it's also put some tension on some of the soft tissues in my back and just kind of loosened it up. So my tight back has gone away, which has been awesome. And then it was dumbbell step-ups, tension planks, and ab rollouts. That was a circuit, so to speak. And holy smokes, Mike, that was brutal. After the squats, the sumo deads, and the good mornings, the weighted dumbbell step-ups, I went fairly heavy on it. And by set 3, my legs were toast. Like it took me forever to get through those dumbbell step-ups. It was brutal. I was gassed. My hands couldn't hold on to anything. My legs were fried, but it was good. It was awesome. So Monday was solid. Really liked Monday's workout. Tuesday, I got into the gym and did some mobility stuff. Kind of worked on my overhead squat technique. Just didn't put any weight on the bar. Just spent a lot of time in the hole. Kind of tried to fish around and find some good positions and work on overhead stability. That was pretty much what I did. I jumped on the bike for about 5-10 minutes. I think it was like 7 minutes or something, just to kind of warm up and loosen up after after Monday's leg workout. Wednesday was started out a 5x10 weighted push-up. Basically just had someone throw a 45 and a 25-pound plate on my back and did 5 sets of 10 on push-ups. And then it was a 5x3 military press. I'm so terrible at military press. I'm just going to throw that out there for everybody. So I did the first set seated just to see what would happen, and I hate seated military press, so I actually just did the last 4 sets standing. Just for me, I don't know, mentally just doing the seated military press. A, it's not fun. B, it kind of sucks. Don't really like it. So I went to standing. And then the next one was a dumbbell incline press, 3x8, and then weighted bench dips, supinated pull-aparts, and face pulls. That was a kind of a, the circuit that Mike always has in at the end, kind of a gasser. And I actually switched up a little bit of the exercises because I was at the Student Rec Center at Idaho, and all of the incline benches were taken. So I did a push press instead of a dumbbell incline this week. Just after the military press, kind of wanted to get a little bit more explosive, and I've been trying to work my push press. So I subbed that in. Sorry, Mike, nothing was available. Had to make do. So went through a push press, weighted bench dips, the supinated pull parts, and the face pulls. And let me tell you, by set 3, after doing a push press and then going to weighted bench dips, that was pretty awful. I was pretty smoked. My arms were fried, but awful in the best way possible. So Wednesday was good, solid. It was a good push day. Thursday was yesterday. I took Thursday completely off. Had my last final, really official final ever, which is sweet. So finished that up. Thursday was an off day, and then today was Friday, so it was a 5x3 deadlift. Started out at 3, I'm trying to count the plates in my head, 325, 335, 335, 335, and then finished at 345. So that was the weight for deadlift 5x3. And then front squat was a 3x6. So that was awesome. After doing the deadlift, the front squat was a lot of fun. Front squat's probably my favorite lift. I don't know why. Love it. It's brutal. It makes you work hard. I like it a lot more than a back squat. And yeah, so actually this was the most I'd ever done on a 6-rep set. Started out at first set was 215, and then knocked out the last two, or the second one at 225, and the last one at 230. So that was good. Front squat's getting a little bit heavier, which is nice. And then it went into a stiff leg deadlift, a snatch grip deadlift, a standing single arm dumbbell row, and a single arm farmer's walk. So that was kind of the ending circuit. And this was, after the deadlift and the heavy front squat, then doing the heavy stiff leg deadlift and then the snatch grip deads. That was pretty tough. It was good. I like the fact that I went stiff leg to snatch grip. So when I did the snatch grip, I actually lifted it more like an Olympic lift, where I got my butt to parallel and did it kind of slow from ankle to knee, and then explosive from knee to hip. Kind of worked on a little bit more Olympic lifting technique. I don't know if that's what Mike wants us to do, but that's what I did. Ran with it. Single arm farmer's walk. Actually, I did that overhead today. I've just been really trying to work on overhead stuff. My shoulders are going to be kind of my weak point moving forward in some of my training. So I've been trying to incorporate as much stuff as possible. So I did my single arm farmer's walks overhead this week. Probably do them normal next week. Just kind of wanted to get a little bit more overhead work in this week. So that was training. It was good. Next week's going to be the same. We'll see how my numbers go next week. I'll probably start the same with my weights and just kind of play with it from there. So that was the training. It was awesome. Another great week. I guess I'll let you also into a little insight on nutrition and stuff like that. So like I said last week, I've been trying to put on some weight. So basically what I've been doing, I guess we'll talk macronutrients first, is, I never weigh or measure my food. I don't, my schoolwork stuff is all sciencey, weighed out, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really like to do that in my personal life. So basically, I've just been, kind of focusing on, my macronutrient ratios, just kind of trying to keep certain things in balance on certain days, and then focusing on food quality. So that's kind of that, but I'll tell you what I do. So Mondays are, a heavy leg day, and there's quite a bit of volume in there. So I usually stick, most of my carbs pre and post workout, and that usually looks like, so for Mondays I work out between breakfast and lunch, and I know Kiefer from, carb backloading, he would tell you that's the worst possible time to train, just nutrition and stuff wise. But that's all I have during the week with teaching and stuff like that. So went in with that. Breakfast on Monday was, trying to see if I can think back that far. Had a couple eggs. Usually it's pretty much the same every day. Had a couple eggs, a banana, some almond butter, and I had some leftover turkey, so I ate that. Pretty random assortment of things, but that's pretty much what I ate. And then post-workout was a protein shake from SFH. We'll talk about products in a few minutes. I'll kind of break down why that's the one I use. So I had a protein shake, some more. I had some ground beef, and I had a sweet potato, and then I had some Brussels sprouts and shredded carrots that I had just thrown in the oven the night before, and that was pretty much what I had. So, that's kind of what a typical pre-post workout looks like. I have some decent carbs in the morning, some decent carbs afterwards. I usually stick my fruit first thing in the morning, just because at night, trying to maintain your blood glucose, you'll actually have a little bit of glycogenolysis from your liver, and usually when you wake up, your liver isn't completely chock full of liver glycogen, and that's usually where fructose goes first thing. So if I am gonna have fruit, usually when I have it is first thing in the morning, usually like a banana, something that's not a heavy fructose load, but still has a little bit, and then also has some starches and some other carbs in it. So that's that's kind of what a pre-post workout looks like. And then days I don't train, it's usually a little bit lower carb, but not still. I'm not a ketogenic or super low carb person. I'm just with the volume of training I do, it doesn't really work out. I've tried it before. I lose too much weight. I just can't keep weight on. I mean, it's great for body composition, but it kind of hammers you in the performance aspect. But off days, breakfast is usually some sort of, either eggs, chicken, leftover ground beef, steak, fish, whatever I've got in the fridge, a big chunk of vegetables, and, usually a cup of black coffee or something, depending on the day. So that's usually what I roll with for breakfast. Lunch is usually the same: vegetables, lean meat, usually heavier on the fats. So I'll, make a salad dressing out of olive oil or something, or I'll, throw in a bunch of almonds or almond butter or whatever, and then dinner's pretty much the same. It's kind of a meat, vegetables, nuts, seeds, eggs, that kind of stuff, just meat, veggies, and healthy fats. So that's usually what I do on days off. I'd say I'm probably getting about 3,500 to 4,000 calories in a day right now, just trying to put on a little bit of weight. I guess we'll throw this in here too. I did body composition before I started the 8 weeks. I took pictures, took weight measurements, took circumference measurements and all that stuff. So there will be a pretty big post write-up on it. And so that's pretty much kind of what the basic nutrition stuff looks like. We can talk more details at some point, and I'll probably do a write-up on it. And that moves us into the product review portion. So we talked about a protein shake that sometimes I take post-workout. So this is what I use. It is called Pure Whey Protein from SFH, so Stronger, Faster, Healthier. You can find it at sfh.com. The reason I like this stuff is kind of twofold. Is one, the ingredients in it. All it has is whey, natural vanilla, and stevia. So pretty much nothing but, good protein powder, natural vanilla, and stevia. And then they have some sunflower lecithin in it just so it can kind of emulsify in water, which is good. But no big problems with any of the ingredients. So this really, if you ask me, this and there's one other company, Evolve Foods, that I really like, but these two are the best on the market. It's worth the extra couple bucks for it. I can't stress enough how if you're taking supplements, really use a good one. You don't know what's in it. So I had here another protein bar that I found in a friend's pantry, and I asked to borrow it. So this is what it is. It's a just pure protein bar, and I'll read the ingredient list off to you and tell you why you need to go with something like this for a little bit extra than something like this. So here is the ingredient list. It has maltitol, fractionated palm kernel oil, whey protein concentrate, cocoa, calcium carbonate, sucralose, hydrolyzed collagen, peanut flour, whey protein isolate, whey protein, hydrosylate, glycerin, maltitol syrup, soy crisps, water, peanuts, peanut oils, sucrose, salt. It does have vitamin C and D-alpha tocopherol, which is a vitamin E. It's got niacinamide, tricalcium phosphate, zinc oxide, copper gluconate, vitamin A palmitate, pyridoxine hydrochloride, thiamine, riboflavin, folic acid, biotin, potassium, cyanocobalamin, sucralose, soy lecithin, milk protein isolate, wheat germ, and almond butter. So there's a lot of stuff in here. Some of it's vitamins, some of it's okay, some of it's garbage. So just spend the extra money and buy something like this. I guess the other reason that I like this company is the company's awesome. I've worked with the people for a while. Good people, good products. They stand behind everything. Very transparent. Pretty much, if you're going to buy something, go with this or Evolve Foods. They have some great stuff too. So you can find that on their website, sfh.com. And then the other thing that I just got from a company, it's called Fuel for Fire. It is basically like a post-workout snack. It's got, it's basically, it says fruit and protein fuel pack, basically what it is. This stuff is awesome. I had one Wednesday after my workout. It was great. Loved it. This one, its ingredients are apples, sweet potato, whey protein isolate, vitamin C, and cinnamon. So It's literally like if you were to make a smoothie for yourself, but it's prepackaged. It's awesome. This stuff tastes so good. You should probably buy some. Nutrient breakdown. It's got 15 grams of carbs and 10 grams of protein. So it's a really good just snack post-workout. If you're on the go and you just need something quick and easy, you can throw these in your car. I have a bunch in my gym bag right now just in case I get stuck somewhere and can't eat. Anyway, so that's the recap. If you really need some protein powder, definitely check this out. If you want, you can contact me. I can probably get you a discount on it. Yeah, so we can go with that. Check out Fuel for Fire. These guys are awesome. I'm hoping they come out with t-shirts because I just really like t-shirts, if you notice. So I'm going to see if I can't get a t-shirt to rock while I'm going through the strength program. Anyway, Mike, thanks for weeks 3. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be thanking you by week 5 and 6. Good post-workout options. Check back. Contact me at evolutionary-health.com. There's a submit page. Check us out on Twitter at Evolved Health, Facebook Evolutionary Health, our podcast Evolutionary Health on iTunes. Oh my gosh, that's it. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.